Roman Reigns is very angry right now because WWE has introduced a brand new bloodline that does not include Roman Reigns. The bloodline has been one of the most dominant factions in wrestling history, but now we know things are going to be very different in the coming days, as some shocking announcements have been made, and Roman Reigns is in deep despair because of it. Things began going downhill with the bloodline when Sami Zayn was made an honorary Uso, and in turn, an honorary member of the bloodline. And ever since then, things just keep getting worse and worse. And now it seems that things just can't get much worse for Roman Reigns, as he is now definitely at the end of his rope because of what has been done to him. Now, after Sami Zayn left the bloodline, the members that remained in the faction were, of course, Roman Reigns himself, the Usos, Solo Sikoa, and the bloodline's manager, Paul Heyman. This was an unstoppable force. The Usos were tag team champions. Roman Reigns was double champion, but slowly Roman's bloodline began to crumble. The Usos lost their tag team championships. Roman Reigns was demoted by WWE. He lost his 2 titles as they were merged into one new title. So things have been going downhill fast for Roman's bloodline. But we now know exactly what is going to happen in the coming days with Roman Reigns and the bloodline and the Usos. But it seems that Roman's greed to have it all has definitely got the best of him, as this shocking announcement that just came down minutes ago probably has Roman questioning whether or not he even still wants to be in the WWE. And things got very bad when the Usos started to revolt against the bloodline and Roman, and everything culminated at the Night of Champions pay-per-view where Jimmy Uso super-kicked Roman Reigns in the head. Now, Jey Uso has not gone as far as Jimmy to attack Roman and to basically say him out. Roman is still thinking that if he can get Jey back into the bloodline, Jimmy will follow. But we now know Roman will not be successful in that effort. That's because an announcement has been made about the formation of a brand new bloodline. And who exactly will be the members of this new bloodline have been leaked. And now let's get to the full details on this. The first hint about what exactly was going to happen to Roman Reigns and the bloodline was the match that got leaked for the 2023 Money in the Bank pay-per-view. It is now being reported that one of the matches on the card will be Roman Reigns teaming up with Solo Sikoa, and they will be going up against the Usos. So this pay-per-view takes place in the first week of July, so that tells us that the Usos and Roman and Solo are going to be feuding going into July, so they are not going to make up anytime soon. In fact, things are going to get very bad in the coming weeks for Roman Reigns and his bloodline. So now that we know that the Usos will be taking on Roman and Solo at Money in the Bank, the question is, why exactly is that happening? Why wouldn't the Usos get back with the bloodline and get back with Roman? Roman obviously is still a big star, but the Usos, it seems, are willing to go out on their own and that they don't need Roman to have success. Whereas Roman Reigns obviously feels that the Usos will not have any success without him, that he is responsible for their success. So rumors began swirling after this Money in the Bank match was revealed, and questions started to be asked. But WWE was very evasive. They did not want to talk to anyone or reveal anything about the future of Roman Reigns and the bloodline. But now things have gotten leaked, and we now know exactly what is going to happen in the coming days. And unfortunately, it is not good for Roman Reigns. So right now, according to what was leaked online, there has already been an announcement internally at WWE where they told the employees in the company to get ready to create merchandise, artwork, new ring gear, anything and everything for a brand new bloodline. And the question is, what does this mean? A brand new bloodline? What happens to Roman's bloodline? And this announcement internally at WWE said that Roman is still going to have his bloodline, but then a new bloodline will be created to go up against Roman's bloodline, and this new bloodline will be headed by the Usos, Roman Reigns' very own cousins, and of course, former members of his bloodline. So the Usos are creating their very own bloodline. What gets even more shocking about this are going to be the Usos' teammates, as the Usos have put in some phone calls to some very high-level wrestlers and asked them to do them a favor and join their new bloodline. And surprisingly, these top-tier wrestlers said yes. The first wrestler who will be joining the Usos' new bloodline will be somebody who they're actually related to, The Rock. And obviously Roman Reigns has to feel very betrayed that The Rock blindsided him by joining the Usos' bloodline instead of joining Roman's bloodline. So this has to be some very upsetting news for Roman Reigns. The other wrestler who is joining the Usos' new bloodline is Triple H. Now, some may say this is a conflict of interest because Triple H works as an executive at WWE. He is head of creative. He is the head of who wins and who loses. He is the head of what we see on TV and at pay-per-views. And it's unknown right now whether this is just a managerial position like Paul Heyman, or if things could get physical with Triple H. Obviously, we know his health has not been good in the last couple of years, so he's going to be the Paul Heyman of the Usos' new bloodline, as Triple H will probably be the manager for the new bloodline. And Roman Reigns is probably fuming at this moment as Triple H, The Rock, and the Usos have announced that they are forming their very own bloodline to go against Roman's bloodline. The question is, in the end, which bloodline will stand and which will fall? In this feud, who do you support? Roman Reigns or the Usos? And what are your thoughts about the Usos starting their very own bloodline? Leave a comment below and give me your opinion. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification and check out our new YouTube channel, Wrestling News Now Insider. Click on the link to visit it now, and you will get brand new exclusive videos.